Pounds. As always, read the Y portion. And this first grade table is simply telling you to count the number of atoms in each of the two elements. So the one that was done for you, we have Cl. There's no number, so it's automatically a 1. 5 is what we put there. And it also names them for you, so you can kind of draw some conclusions from those names when you finish it. So if we look at number 2a, it says how many different elements are present in each compound. So just go up there. It's not saying atoms, it's just saying elements, so like carbons and oxygens and those sorts of things. And then it says, do they combine with metals with metals, metals with nonmetals, or nonmetals with nonmetals? So you'll need your periodic table to answer that. 1c there says, what type of bonding has to be there? So is it ionic, covalent, metallic? What kind of bonding do we see? Number 3 says find all of them that have chlorine in Model 1 and fluorine. And tell us then why chlorine fluoride is not good enough to name this. Why couldn't we just name them that? If you've already memorized this, great, but don't go looking it up. Look in your chart and see if you can figure out what mono, di, and penta is if you don't remember what they are. Model 2 here shows prefixes and suffixes. Shows you a bunch of covalently bonded molecular formulas and the names of those compounds. Based on this chart, you're going to fill out what each of the prefixes is. How are you going to do that? Well, you're going to find those words. What's this word for chlorine? It says tri. How many are there? There's 3, so tri must mean 3. You can find another 3 to make sure. I3, triiodide. So yeah, so for tri, we know it's 3 based on that table, and that's how you go there. This says, what suffix ending do all of these elements in this chart are these compounds end with? So what's the last 3 letters of every single one? And 7 is something we said in our notes. Hopefully you could figure it out from the table too. There's only one time you don't use a prefix on the first word. What is that one time? Consider this element, NO. Which element needs a prefix? That nitrogen, oxygen, or both? And what is the name to that molecule? How would you name it now that you know the pattern of how it works? Number 9 says find 2 that have a little number 4. That's what a subscript is. List the formulas for both of them. And then tell me what's different about the spelling of the prefix meaning 4 in these. Why is it a little different? So you're going to go find from this chart the ones that have 4. And you're going to see something's a little different between them. You won't have to memorize that, why they're different either. Number 11 says, identify any remaining names of compounds where the prefixes don't exactly match the spelling shown in the prefix table. Alright, based on those, tell me how to name these. And this is going to be hard, so if you think, just again, this is one that we do in class together, so try it on your own. Don't leave it blank, and you're good. Would the rule you emote for number 12 be correct to name Ni3? If it is, you're good. If not, change it a little bit to make it work where it would even work for that. All the compounds we saw were binary. They had 2 elements there. 14 says compounds like CH3OH or PF2CL2 are not binary. And compounds like NaCl or CaCl2 are not molecular. So what's a good definition for binary molecular? Make sure you tell me really what's binary, what's molecular, and you should be good. But again, try your best. And this is the one we did in class. Then you're going to have some more practice in this yellow table. You're going to name these. If you use your chart, that's great. Or you could pull out the covalent prefix sheet that I gave you or is here in Google Classroom. And then here you're going to write the formula from the name. Same thing. You'll need a periodic table and this table of prefixes. Last box is extra credit, so if you want to do that, try your best, but I do not give help on those.